நான் வந்து நிறைய வீடியோஸ் போஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் about networking, the power of networking. Why is it important to network? But you've built your network, you've started networking, but what next? அடுத்தது என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க? Hello, vanakkam, welcome back. The most important thing next what you do with the network is relationships. What I have seen in my own career or success, what I've achieved through my entire career is because of relationships. And I thought I wanted to dwell a little bit into that and think about it and speak to our audience. So relationships is something, the most important aspect after you've built a network to really figure out whether it is going to create success or failure for you. Relationship is what actually sets you up on the path of success. So if I have to talk about a story of relationships, for example, என்னோட first job which I got right after completing my college, the very first interview what I attended, the person whom I met was my first manager. அவர் பேர் வந்து Alex, and he is the one, அவர் தான் வந்து என்னை இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணார். When I attended the interview, he was my school senior. ஸ்கூல்ல வந்து 2-3 வருஷம் senior. But then I was thinking that how did I crack the interview or how did I get selected through the interview? It's because during the school days வந்து I've seen him several times. I've spoken to him several times. I've had like a good relationship. So that was my first break. So suppose now வந்து அவரோட வந்து I did not have a good relationship with him. I might have been rejected from that first job. I might not have got that job at all. The same thing happened to me. This is one of my college mates. This is like about 3 years into my career and I'm into selling computer education in Trichy, and I go to Chennai, I'm working in computer education again, and then ஒரு நாள் வந்து there is a friend of mine வந்து ஒருத்தர் பைக்ல போயிட்டு என்னோட காலேஜ்ல டாம் மேட். அப்போ வந்து I waved at him, and most of you in colleges you would know you will have a set of friends and you'll have a set of foes as well. Enemies கூட இருப்பாங்க, in the sense like people who don't like you, but you got to make sure that you build good relationships across the board and not make much foes. So என்னோட காலேஜ் டைம்லயும் வந்து I had a set of friends and I had a set of people who disliked me, right? But அந்த டைம்ல வந்து அது எனக்கு அவ்வளோ இது இல்லை, in the sense I did not have a great deal of understanding. But when சென்னையில் வந்து நான் ரோட்ல ஒரு தடவை நின்றுட்டு இருக்கிறப்ப I saw my friend passing by and I called him and I waved at him. So அவன் வந்து he's a friend of mine in college and he was the one who told me about the recruiting opportunity. So I quit this job and I took a recruiter's job. So my entire trajectory changed the moment I took up that particular job. But I took a big risk of taking up that job because recruiter in 95 it wasn't popular in India or anything. It's a very different kind of a role. So I took up that role. But again, that happened because of relationship. So in everything, when I analyze my own life, what I see is the network what you have built, how do you maintain your relationship? And are you adding value to that relationship is the key. Are you adding or subtracting value? Are you being optimistic or pessimistic? So if you want to achieve in your network what you have built, if you want to achieve success, you got to constantly add value to that relationship. You got to continue to build on that relationship in a positive way, and that is when that relationship blooms and it creates success for you. Similarly, in a relationship, if you want to subtract and if you add negativity or pessimism into the relationship and you're not adding any value to that relationship, that's a relationship which is not going to set you up for success. So most importantly, what I want you to think is when you have built your network, you have to continuously add value to every relationship. So relationship is the fundamental factor which is going to help you set up for success and transform the trajectory of your life. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I look forward to your comments. Please go ahead, post your comments, share your thoughts, and if you think this content is going to be helpful for somebody, please go ahead and share. For the time which you have invested, I am forever grateful. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.